Hello and good evening, good afternoon or good morning, wherever you are in this world. Welcome to Shubbak. I'm Eckhard Thiemann. I'm the Artistic Director of Shubbak, London's largest festival of contemporary Arab culture. We run this year from the 20th of June until the 17th of July, presenting emerging and very established artists here in the heart of London with a performance and concert and film screening program and exhibitions, as well as a very expanded online program that you see on our website shubbak.co.uk. This year's festival is, of course, very different from previous ones in that we've not been able to invite as many artists as we normally would do to come to London to present their work here because of the pandemic. However, it has given us a real opportunity to collaborate and reach out much more in the region, create collaborative, simultaneous events with partners in the Arab region. And the FADAA network that Hadeel Eltayeb and Khalid Baih started is just a fantastic example of a locally based organization that brings together artists and locations to shape and encourage new creations, new creativity. So we are very delighted to collaborate on 5 live streams from 5 different cities, including Khartoum, Beirut, Raza, Marrakesh and Doha. We've already been to Khartoum a few days ago, and today we are visiting Beirut, a city that for me, who has been very often in Beirut, is one of the most creative cities on this planet. But it's also a city that has been very badly hit by multiple government crises, economic catastrophic circumstances at the moment, the horrendous explosion last year, and of course the pandemic. However, artists continue to create, and I'm always so impressed by the audacity and the resilience of artists to continue and create work that speaks of the here and now. And I won't introduce the artist you're going to see today. I will leave this to my colleagues at FADAA and at LOYAC. But you will see in the work, it could only have been created in Beirut, in the here and in the now. So in a moment, I will hand over to Khalid to tell you much more about the FADAA network and the particular project we are running with them when the world closed. This is a live stream. It will be about an hour. I have said earlier how difficult the situation in Beirut is, and everyone in Beirut will know there's also very regular electricity cuts. If you experience any lag or any interruption, just refresh your browser. You should be back in business now. We should be back in business. We hope it will run smoothly, but it is in the nature of the times at the moment. So without further ado, I will hand over to Khalid Baih to introduce us more to FADAA and today's event. Thank you very much.
Sudan, and I'm also the founder of getfada'a.com. FADAA, as Eckhart said, is a platform that was born out of need, a need to give communities the chance to support artists and art creation in situations and in countries where that is merely exists. So we would like to create a cultural, would like to create a sharing economy where you, as an individual or as an organization, can donate spaces and facilities to creatives in your community, right? So the platform is live, and the main point was to get people out of the internet and get back again onto the floor. Use the internet, but also use spaces that are existing, especially in places like Sudan and in Gaza and so on. And from there, of course, COVID hit. And we, with the team, an all voluntarily team running this nonprofit, we thought long and hard about how can we use this idea of going off the internet. So we thought about a platform which is called When the World Closed. Our amazing curator, Hadeel Eltayeb, has put together a program that will help institutions and organizations have their spaces activated even when the world closed. So we will host artists at your space when it's closed. Then when the world reopens again, you have helped an artist keep producing. You also have a full-on show that was put together to there and now at your space. We were very pleased to work with Shubbak Festival on this. This is a great chance to highlight a lot of artists and a lot of locations that you don't normally hear about. Like, of course, we have a space. The first show was from Sudan, from Goethe Institute in Sudan. We had Omar Tijani, Sudanese Kitchen, and we went really amazing. And now today we are heading to Beirut. From LOYAC, we are going to showcase amazing artists, amazing performances by the sisters Michelle and Noelle Keserwany and Wafa'a Celine Halawi. I'll hand it over now to Dima from LOYAC, which is our partner in Beirut, to tell you more about the performances. Thank you very much. Please log on to getfada'a.com, check it out, see if you can help any artists. Just post about a location, see how you can help, tell people about it, and follow us on social media. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to Shubbak. Thank you very much to our curator and our team, led by Hadeel Eltayeb. Thank you so much.
عبالي اتعرف على حدا يخليني طير من هالعالم، روح على مطرح تاني بهليكوبتر خاصة مثلاً. حدا يعاملني بطريقة بتعقد، كيف بيعاملوا العميل بالعهد القوي هيك.
حدا ما يقسى علي يعاملني بحنية مثل ما شفنا الشرطة بتعامل البلطجية. أنا للصراحة كان بدي إياها تكون غنية رومانسية بس ما خلوني. ألا تراني في بحر حبك غارقة؟ لا منيح لأن ولا أنا فأنا في الهموم غارقة، في الفواتير غارقة، صار لي مش قبضة شي من شهر 10. حبك ولع نار بقلب المصارف لما جلسة كيس ويسكي ومع جميع الأحزاب وزعوا الجوع بالتساوي عكل الطوايف تيرجعوا يشتروا البلد بالدولار من بعد الانهيار. والرئيس في عالم آخر لزق علكي على إزاز وركض جيب كاميرا وقالن ليك عملت إنجاز، ليك عملت إنجاز. بلدي حبيبي يا نور عيوني، حكام البلد عوروا عيوني، قتلوا أصحابنا فرطوا البلد عراسنا، كل واحد دل على التاني ورجعوا اتهموني. روح يا حمام وقولوا يا سيدي نحن لا نقمع لا نقمع، ولو حتى قمعتونا منرجع منطلع. روح يا حمام وقولوا يا سيدي نحن لا نقمع لا نقمع، ولو حتى قمعتونا منرجع منطلع. مخطط زعمة بالتخويف ما زبط، وقفوا الأحرار شافوا الزعيم مثل الليرة قلبه هبط. أطلق النار الزعيم، أطلق النار الزعيم، أطلق النار الزعيم، أطلق النار. من خلال قرار من خلال قائد ماسك من تحته جنود صغار ماسكين سلاح متوترين مش متماسكين مصوبين على العدو، والعدو يلي بوجهن عالم مثلن جعانين. الشعب كله بكى، الشعب كله بكى. بهالوقت الزعيم سبقنا كلنا واشتكى عند مين؟ إذاعته المفضلة اللي بتزبط كل شي، بتلمع له صورته بتلبسه بالدشي. قالن هدوا قميصي اعطوني قميص جديد، قميصي ملطخ دم، تخلصوا من فردي اتركوني سمع فردي. حادث فردي حادث فردي حادث فردي حادث فردي حادث فردي. روح يا حمام وقولوا يا سيدي نحن لا نقمع لا نقمع، ولو حتى قمعتونا منرجع منطلع. روح يا حمام وقولوا يا سيدي نحن لا نقمع ولو حتى قمعتونا منرجع منطلع. حسن التصرف واللياقة، كيف تموت من الجوع وبغاية الأناقة، بكل شياكة بكل ترتيب، من دون شتائم من دون تخريب. روح يا حمام وقوله يا سيدي نحن لا نقمع لا نقمع، ولو حتى قمعتونا منرجع منطلع. روح يا حمام وقوله يا سيدي نحن لا نقمع لا نقمع، ولو حتى قمعتونا منرجع منطلع. روح يا حمام روح يا حمام روح يا حمام روح يا حمام.
is our way to express this with our friends. And we didn't know how political it was at the beginning. We felt, of course, that there's something here that's not functioning. Because the city is not functioning, you feel it. You don't need like a theoretical thing to make a person feel that, I don't know, he's hungry or he's like the city is not functioning. There are some stuff that are obvious. So before the theory and before the, if you want, even the waves of awareness and political discussions and maturity that happened later on to our generation in a way, we were very annoyed. And we started by this song. Later on, we started targeting more and more. But it was not intentional to get as far as we are getting now, I imagine, back in the days. But the situation pushes you. Meaning the second time, we did a video that was collage and with the childish panic bil parlement, and we did that everybody got stuck in the parliament, and what are they going to do? And we did this childish melody. And the problem was that they called us after, like a few politicians and messages, and you're so cute, keep doing this. And we felt, no, we don't want you to feel that this is cute. So the third one, we thought, okay, so now we need to target more. So just to tell you, this is concretely what happened, that year after year, we felt, one, we were getting older, getting more aware of what's happening around us. The civil society as well was blooming and doing mistakes and then getting back and then doing other mistakes, and we were part of all this. So all this affected. We did live in a way that if you're like sensitive to what's happening around you, automatically you will find yourself, even if you, like in the song we mentioned, we feel like doing a love song, but we can't. There are priorities. so you find yourself doing that. It's not we wake up, we say, yeah, let's do political stuff. It's just, there is no electricity. You need to say something.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. As you said, the situation really pushes you. You reach a point where maybe I want to do something else in my life, but I can't.
Really? For real?
That's definitely
I
understandable.
have this frustration for real. I often, yes, we often have this discussion, Noelle and I, like, let's dream. What would we do if the situation was better in the country? What would we write about? Imagine that you're always in a defense mode all the time. Like, what is this? What does this like turn you into and turn your creativity into? You know, I would really love to do something else, but really I can't. So, not that I don't like what you do, but to tell you that it's not a decision. It's just, this is the minimum.
Wafa'a, how would you say your practice started? Do you think it continued with you at the same kind of wavelength from the beginning to the end? Well, not the end, to now. Or
How did it begin? In 2 seconds? She's been doing effort.
I didn't know you did that. But yeah, what would you say your art practice has been since you started?
Well, dance films are one of the art practices that I do. But yes, definitely. Maybe I will talk about the dance film. It started more as a curiosity about exploring movement. And I mean, I'm a filmmaker, so I studied cinema. I was also a dancer. I had a back injury and had to stop dancing. So this is the moment where I actually decided to combine dance and cinema and to explore movement by combining these two art forms. And the first dance film was really using a stop motion technique with live dancers that was just an experiment and ended up in festivals. And so this made me realize that, okay, through this genre that I'm exploring, because it's still in definition, I could maybe express things in a different way. I could, again, reach people, move people differently. And then when you're aware of where you are, you cannot but talk about the place you're in, the times you're in, the frustrations you're in, probably in my case, indirectly political way, even though the last one is, whether I like it or not, quite political.
So, through your art practice, Noelle, have you and Michelle considered using different forms of media to address the struggle, or were you always set?
We already do. We do this.
So basically, it takes over a bit. But we do this. Michelle and I work on different
Lebanon.
electricity.
It's part of the concept. It's part of the experience.
So Michelle is working on. You talk about yourself. She's working on films, and I'm working on a short animation, and we're working on stuff that look more like animation and films and illustration and music in the same time. So yeah, we do this already, and we are exploring this more and more.
Yes, and I would add that sometimes the idea comes with the format, meaning one idea is to write as a story, one other idea is to put music to, and one third idea is to draw. So it depends. It comes with the form, and we shouldn't restrict ourselves. We try to, like in the video that you just saw, we try to merge them together. So we would do animation with like real footage, we film, direct. So we merge them in a way that expresses the idea. Yes.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think restricting an artist is a crime. Speaking of myself, I can't restrict myself.
I wanted to ask you. How do you do? Because you do many things as well.
I do not fit in one place, so I can definitely understand that. And as you said, I think my ideas come in different forms. I think of an idea and I see what form matches with it, and I don't think of what's the form and then put it in my idea. So I might work in opposite ways, but I'm glad you understand that.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, and Wafa'a, have you thought, you also do different things within your practice? Have you thought of ever exploring something beyond that?
No, I think it's already enough. The acting, the writing, the theater, the film, the dance films. I think it's quite. I think it's very proper to Lebanon also to kind of wear many hats, and I think it's. You know, I'm very grateful for that. Again, I know it's.
We have a million hats.
Yeah, we have a million hats. It's sometimes they're a bit heavy, but I'm grateful for them. I know it's a privilege, like you were mentioning before.
We know stuff outside of the art also, like to change the lamp, to fix the car, and Lebanon teaches
The
very
quick
good.
disjunctor when the electricity.
We come with many hypothetical degrees.
Absolutely.
But thank you all so much for sharing this conversation with me. It's been wonderful learning about your practice, and I hope we see more of it in the future.
Thank you very much. Thank you.